As a tea blender, I try a lot of tea making equipment. So today I'm asking the question, is this the ultimate tea making machine for tea lovers, or just another gadget gathering dust on the shelf? You might just be surprised at my experience. Today I am reviewing the Bru Maker One machine. Piece of kit designed to brew the perfect cup every single time. This is an all-in-one device that promises a barista level cup of tea every time. Think of it like a coffee machine, but for tea. If you ask me, it's about time that tea got a tea making machine, considering there are millions of coffee makers. Brew have very kindly sent me their Bru Maker One to try as a tea blender, and loving all things tea, of course I said yes. Now, full transparency, Brew have sent me this machine for free, and this is a sponsored video, but everything that I share is my honest opinion. I even suggest some features that I think Brew could improve on to make this machine even better, but I also consider why ultimately I think this is a machine worth investing in. So, who are Brew? Brew started as a Kickstarter campaign that gathered a lot of attention. I missed the initial campaign and only found out about it just after it ended, or else I probably would have backed it. The reason it gained attention is because they were asking the question, can we make a tea brewing machine that makes making tea as easy as making coffee? They focused on a machine that would not only make a better brew, but also improve the experience of making your cup of tea. If you're already aware of Brew, then you might know that their Kickstarter campaign gained the backing of over 10,000 people. That's a lot of people. Not only that, it raised over £1.1 million or $1.4 million in their first campaign. While it was an incredible success, there were a few issues in getting that initial machine into the homes of those that backed it. Now, this was largely due to the Brew team taking on feedback from those that backed the project. And their aim was to make a machine better than the one that was on Kickstarter, which is kind of the point of Kickstarter. It's to fund an idea. On the screen you will see the differences between the two machines, the initial concept and then the Bru Maker One. So what does the Bru Maker One do? Well, it's designed for tea, but it can also do a lot more than that. Simply lift up the lid, put your tea into the little basket, and turn it on. You can then choose the length of time you want the tea to brew for, the temperature of the water, which is a game changer when you are going between brewing black tea to green tea, which require different temperature of water. And if you're someone who doesn't like tea, well, you can still use this machine. You can put herbs, lemon, mint, ginger, anything that can be brewed in hot water can be put in the Bru Maker One. The thing I love about this machine is that you can save your programs to get the same great tea every single time just with the push of a button. My initial thoughts whenever I opened the machine were that it looks like really good quality. The body is plastic, but it looks like high quality plastic, not a plastic that's brittle and will break easily. The strainer for your loose leaf tea or herbs is metal and is a really nice design. Very fine mesh, so nothing will go through. And the internal jug is actually made out of glass, not plastic. And if you've ever used a machine before that has a plastic inner, well, it can sometimes make things taste a bit plasticky. Whereas this will not taint the flavour of your tea at all. What's really cool is that I made this tea earlier. Your cup, standard cups, about 300 mils, can fit underneath the machine. But if you want to fill a teapot, say you've got more people coming around or you just want to make a bit more tea, you simply remove the magnet drip tray and you can then put in a larger teapot underneath the machine. The dial is fixed, it doesn't feel like it's going to come off. The buttons are rubber and the display screen is clear and really easy to use. It's clean, compact and modern as well, so we'll have no issue fitting in beside your other appliances in your kitchen. I have my multi-temperature kettle behind me and, well, this does the same thing. With a quite impressive 3-litre reservoir capacity, that's quite a lot of cups of tea, meaning that you don't need to keep filling it up again and again and again like some other machines. It is really easy to clean, so easy in fact that it actually cleans itself. With the touch of the button, the machine will actually filter and clean itself. Now you might be someone who quite often just uses a tea bag for convenience. Well, this machine doesn't just brew loose leaf tea. You can also pop in your tea bags and allow the machine to brew the tea bag for you, getting the right temperature, the right time, the perfect cup. If you're like me and someone who forgets to take the tea bag out, I would say at least 3 out of 5 times, this takes out the hassle. The water brews with the leaf or the herb or whatever it is you have in there, and then it dispenses it into your cup. You don't need to worry about forgetting your tea and it ending up overbrewing. I don't know about you, but I quite like a cup of tea in the mornings, preferably as soon as I've woken up. You've maybe seen those videos, the clips, whenever someone wakes up in the morning smelling the coffee drifting into the room from the machine that has been preset to come on in the morning. And us tea drinkers look longingly wishing that we had something similar. Well, now we do. This machine allows you to pre-program a set time to come on and to brew your cup of tea, meaning that you will have a cup of tea ready for you when you wake up. If that's not a good use of time, then I don't know what is. So what does the Bru Maker One do really well? For me, it's the control that it gives you. Control over temperature, steep time, and strength. A dream for tea nerds like me. It's also great for different types of tea. Seamlessly being able to switch between green, black, white, pu'er, and with the ability to pre-program save settings, it makes it so easy. Another feature that I think is really interesting, and I haven't really used it too much, is the ability to use an app. But my initial thoughts are that it's a really nice feature to have. Secondly, this machine was designed for convenience. You can literally just set it and forget about it. Scheduled brews are a game changer, especially for the early risers. And while I love tea ceremonies, the mindfulness and the slowing down that comes with brewing tea in this way, I also sometimes just need a cup of tea as quickly as possible with as little hassle as possible. And the Bru One does this remarkably well. There's also a feature that allows you to keep the water hotter for longer, giving you multiple infusions. Thirdly is the eco-friendliness of this machine. There's no pods, it's all reusable, and that's good for the environment. And lastly is the taste quality. Honestly, I've had some pretty good brews from this machine, and it's very consistent in how it brews the tea. So, are there any negatives? Honestly, this isn't because I was given this machine to try, and nor because this video was sponsored, but there really aren't any negatives. The one thing I will say, it isn't cheap, and I appreciate that. But you're paying for a niche, well-designed, beautifully made, and very high-quality machine that makes great tea. If you were to compare what this produces compared to a coffee machine, it's probably about half the price for what you get. At this point of the video, I should probably acknowledge the Kickstarter delay. I know that there are some people who supported the Kickstarter campaign, and you're still waiting. Brew had a rocky start with production delays, and this caused a bit of frustration. And while Kickstarter campaigns often do face delays because you are supporting a concept as opposed to a finished product, this is something that I asked Brew about before taking on this product to review, and with new investors on board, things are really ramping up. I had a call with some of the Brew team and asked them how the rollout of the Kickstarter rewards were going. They let me know that there are still some delays for a small number of people, but it's mostly down to where those people are and issues with getting the product into those countries. However, on a really positive note, they have let me know that they are in the process of fulfilling everybody's orders now that production and development has fully rolled out. And so if you are waiting on a machine, it should hopefully be with you very, very soon. If you've already got your machine, let me know in the comments what you've thought of it. What's your favorite thing? Anything that you would want them to change on the next model? I'd love to hear it. So who is this machine for? It's for the busy tea lovers, those that are in a rush, that are always in a hurry, those that get up early or just need a quick cuppa. So in closing, I was a little bit skeptical whenever I first saw this machine, but I am genuinely impressed. It won't replace every cup of tea that I drink, but that's also not the purpose of the Bru Maker One. It's designed to make tea brewing more convenient, but while also maintaining a very high quality of tea. As Brew is the sponsor of this video, they have given me a discount code which is down in the description below. And so if everything you've heard and seen you think, yeah, this is maybe a machine for me, then you can use that code to save on your next purchase. So what do you think? Would you use this? Would you put it on your kitchen counter? Or is it a gimmick? Let me know what you think in the descriptions below, and if you have any questions, I would love to answer them, and make sure to follow for more videos like this. And remember, always brew better. See ya.